I've decided to start like a whole new brave experiment on this show, starting with this episode, Mike. I've just decided I'm going to talk about the episodes without watching them. So I've not seen this episode yet. Did anything cool happen?
Yeah.
Oh,
couple cool things.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. It's the Watchers on the Couch. Welcome back to Watchers on the Couch. Today we are discussing episode 2 of season 2 of The Last of Us. This episode is titled Through the Valley. It is directed by Mark Mylod, who you might know as a director from other such shows as Succession. And this episode was written by Craig Mazin, who you may know from other such works as the screenplay writer for the 1997 beloved family comedy Rocket Man starring Harlan Williams. I'm Tim.
And I'm Mike. The director also, I think, did a couple Game of Thrones episodes.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
So I was obviously kidding. I did watch the episode. That would be hilarious. Like, listen, if anybody can have an opinion, and all opinions are valid, then the opinion of somebody who didn't even watch the show should be just as good.
Hey, it might be just as good as like all the people that have played the video game and talk about the show. We're like the only podcast that hasn't played the video game and just talk about the show.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So any of the listeners, if you're new, we have not played the video game.
You aren't going to hear us complain about how Abby is not butch enough in the show from the same people that were complaining that Abby was too butch in the video game. So
I heard a lot of The Last of Us 2 gamers stopped playing after a certain point because they were all pissed off about what happened in this show. Not like, the person who died in this show died in the video game, and then after that person died, you die
in the video game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
So Mike and I haven't watched the video game, but I do know the big narrative beats of the show or of the story of The Last of Us because I exist on the internet and it's been out for a while. So yeah, I know what happens. And it happened in this episode. We get the infamous Joel death, which most of us knew was coming. And I'm actually surprised it happened this early in the season.
Yeah, I did not expect this at all.
You didn't know Joel was going to die.
I did not.
Because you're completely pure, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been on the internet either for any of this show because I just know I'm going to get spoiled for sure.
Yeah.
So
that's a smart way to
keep
do
all
it.
that out.
So yeah, I thought as soon as I heard, because it was like right before the show premiered or the season premiered, they said, "Oh yeah, by the way, 3 seasons minimum, maybe 4." I'm like, oh fuck, they're gonna tease the Joel death and do it as the season 2 finale. Nope, right away we're doing it. So it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a really good episode. I was gonna say it was like a mushroom pizza with bacon, and that's one of my favorite pizzas. I really like a bacon mushroom pizza, but it deserves better. This is a magic mushroom episode. There were so many good things about this episode, especially just the directing and cinematography and everything. Man, they did a great job. When it was cold outside, I was like, fuck, I feel cold. They did a great job of just something as simple as making it fucking feel really, really cold.
Yeah.
All the zombie stuff was really cool.
In fact, Mike, not zombies.
In fact,
zombies.
Fuck off. I don't give a shit. I'll say zombie, whatever I want. Mushroom people. How about that?
I think
fun
you're right.
guys. A bunch of fun guys. Yeah.
I think you're right, Mike. I think this was a great episode as well. In fact, I would go so far as to say this is the best episode of the season so far.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yep. They really Ned Starked me on this one,
Yeah, but like I said, at least Ned Stark, that was almost towards the end of the season.
I really didn't think he was going to die. I'm like, all right, well, this will be interesting how he heals from this leg wound the rest of the season.
Sarah was almost in tears at the end of this episode, and she's like, "Wait a minute, isn't this the Joel show? I thought this was the Joel show." I go, "Nope, it is very much not the Joel show."
Yeah, this is pretty exciting, like, for me, because I'm like, oh, fuck yes, it's kind of like Game of Thrones. All right, maybe there really is danger and they can kill off characters and stuff, and now there'll be more time for other characters too. Hopefully, because I know they're going to do some flashback shit on a bunch of stuff, so we'll get into some of that later. But yeah, it was a great episode, man. I thought even just some of those shots where they're like, I don't know, they're riding their horses through and zombies are chasing them when Abby's underneath that fence. And then, yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff.
Here's the thing, guys. When you're going to do a big battle scene, best way to do it is during the day.
Jon Snow.
During the day in the snow. You can see everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's the complete opposite of the long night.
Yes.
This was more of like a battle. Like, I'm sure a lot of other people are going to compare it to the long night from Game of Thrones, like the scope of this battle and stuff like that. This is more like a Helm's Deep Lord of the Rings battle.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were saying like more like Hard Home, like that was, you know. It's like a Battle of the Bastards, you know. Hard Home's probably a good analogy.
Oh yeah, because there's snow.
Exactly. Snow zombies.
All right, well, let's get into it. The episode opens Abby normally with Abby hallucinating as she goes through the hallway in Salt Lake to find her daddy.
This confused the shit out of me. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I didn't know she was dreaming, and I was real confused because I'm like, man, those two actors look just alike. Like, dude, it was like my fucking third watch because actually I forgot to watch this on Sunday. Like, and then Monday morning I remember like, oh fuck. So like I watched it on my phone, you know, between like lunch and break, and then I watched it again Monday night and then I watched maybe like half of it again. I'm like, oh yeah, duh, she's dreaming. Like she's talking to herself. Gosh, I can't believe that took me that long. It was so weird.
So 10 years of doing this little duty, Mike. Now you're not as observant as you should be on some things and too observant on others.
I don't think I've ever forgotten to watch a show on the day it comes out. I mean, there might have been times I couldn't watch it, but I had time to watch it and I just forgot. Getting old, man. My brain.
You stupid old man.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, she's like, don't go in there. He's dead. Like a rock, like a stone. His brains are on the floor. It's real grody.
So we're back so she wakes up, we're back in Wyoming, and apparently it's fucking cold in Wyoming right now.
Real cold, 0 degrees, which isn't that fucking cold. I've worked out in weather like all day in that amount of cold or lower. Why don't these people have better fucking gear? They could have the best gear in the world. Like, there's plenty of fucking, you know, shops that are going to have a shit ton of fucking winter gear.
So here's the thing. They went to, where'd they go? Portland or Seattle? Where's Isaac supposed to be at?
I think Seattle.
So they go to Seattle. I'm going to tell you a little something about people on the West Coast, Mike. And this is probably going to offend some people. You guys are a bunch of fucking pussies when it comes to the cold. I went out like in November to San Francisco. This has been years ago. It's like 67 degrees out and everybody's wearing fucking winter coats. And I'm out there. I'm basically out there in just I have like a flannel shirt on and that's it. And like these people are like, you think they're going to die of exposure. It's like, I'm from St. Louis, man. I deal with 110 and like -3 in the same week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. St. Louis is messed up. We get all the weathers,
but, yeah, as everybody's starting to wake up, the fireflies are like shitting their pants. That Jackson Hole, which is a name Macaulay Culkin never wants to hear, is Jackson Hole is a fucking city and not like this little like tent encampment.
You know, these people also could make a bigger fire. They have the little tiny little baby fire. They have wood everywhere around there. Yeah. Fucking make a bigger fire. It shouldn't be cold in that room.
These people, for somebody that's supposed to be like militia and shit, these people seem very ill-equipped.
They seem really fucking...
Especially when it comes to the plan. I guess we'll just, we're not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Guys, we're not going to hurt anybody. Just Joel. And we're going to kidnap and torture a patrol to tell us where he is. Unless they don't tell us, and then we're going to womp womp.
Great plan. Hey, he likes our plan, Chief. Yeah, and she goes outside and like, I don't know.
We got
and
this
she's freezing.
motherfucker
She's
not
like, an
sure.
hour in this? Now it is fucking crazy windy, so that would make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
It might be 0 degrees on the thermometer, but it's going to fucking get to you. But you can still get fucking better gear.
You would think 5
Dress in
years,
layers.
5 years of waiting for this moment, you'd learn at least a little bit something about a Wyoming winter.
Right. Maybe. You think. You know, I don't know. Dress in layers and shit, you know?
Yeah, get a face mask or ski mask.
Let's get past this opening scene.
So what's the plan? Oh, I've got the beginnings of a plan. I have the makings of a plan. The plan is to tell Abby to go home. Otherwise, we're all going to fucking die.
Yeah, we've given it a second thought. It's been 5 years. We're really not into this.
Yeah, we didn't like this from the beginning, really.
That's a pretty nice town. I'd kind of like to live there if I could. Can we not kill him?
It's cold.
Let's kill Abby and live in the fucking awesome city.
That would have been a better idea. We change scenes. We go to Ellie and Jesse. Jesse's knocking on Ellie's door. It's like, hey, I need you to do your sworn duty to the country of Jackson Hole and come out on patrol with me.
I heard something happened with your hole last night.
Your mouth hole?
Yeah. She's like, oh, she kissed me.
My ex-girlfriend.
It wasn't anything. She won't remember. It wasn't anything. She only half a finger.
So she choked me a little bit. Who cares?
Yeah.
And Jesse's like, yeah, I'm over it. So that's cool. No,
yeah, that was pretty funny.
You've got to come out on patrol with me. And she's like, fuck you. I want to go on patrol with Joel.
Why'd you guys make up? Like, nope, my shit's complicated.
The way it makes it sound is like they did make up and we didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it happened off camera.
That's not how I took it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they made up. I don't think they talked. I think the last thing she ever said to him was that, fuck you or whatever, I don't need your help. Whatever that line was last episode. I think that was it. That's what I'm taking it to be.
Okay.
Because then next episode's going to be like, the last thing I said to him was, We'll probably get all flashback next episode. That's my guess.
We'll probably get flashbacks the whole season to appease the people that are pissed off that Pedro Pascal's no longer in the episode. Or that his character was killed. So they'll probably do, like every chance they get, they're going to do a flashback.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be like a flashback with Eugene and what went down there.
Yeah.
Which I have a better idea of what I think happened there.
What's your idea?
So they this scene, I think, is part of it too. And just how Ellie is acting. I think Ellie knows that Joel lied and she found out from Eugene. Eugene's a Firefly. He probably talked to Abby. They made a big thing in this episode about the radio,
Mm-hmm.
So Eugene probably maybe used the radio, and Abby, I'm sure their crew probably used the radio to try to still maybe talk to some Fireflies and stuff, or 4 Fireflies, or just using the radio period to find Joel. Eugene tells them, they talk back and forth, and that's probably one reason how Abby even found Joel to begin with. Could be through Eugene. So that would make more sense. Like, oh, fucking how the fuck could Abby and her crew find Joel? Like, that's like an impossible task. But this would make more sense for her to be able to find Joel, for one. 2, Eugene finds out from Abby what Joel did.
Mm-hmm.
And so he probably confronts Joel about it. Ellie's probably there with him. Or, I don't know. And Joel makes up some story that he got infected and he has to kill him. That way Eugene doesn't tell fucking everybody.
Oh, I see.
Because if everybody in the whole town found out that Joel fucking just went on a murder spree, they might not want him there.
Yeah.
Also, if they find out that Ellie is immune, that can be a problem too. So that's what I'm thinking might go on there.
Right. So we find out that Joel already went out. The reason I thought, because he keeps asking, like, oh, so you and Joel are cool now, and like tried to avoid him like the plague. I still sort of feel like, and also like Jesse says that Joel wanted to go with you, but he said we should let you sleep. So I feel like there's a follow up to her going back to the garage. Like I think they did have a conversation.
See, I feel I feel Joel said that because he didn't want to wake her and talk to her because Ellie doesn't want to talk to her. So that was an excuse for him to like just be like, oh, no, let's just let her sleep, you know? That way he doesn't have to have any confrontation with her.
Yeah.
And he can just go off and do the patrol.
That's another possibility.
With someone who likes him.
But before Ellie and Jesse head off, they have to go to the diner.
Mm-hmm.
Where Tommy's apparently everybody's on the council, the evil council, has put everybody on high alert because the infected are like piling up, hiding under their dead, using their dead as insulation. And
yeah, there was a patrol out there. Saw them fucking each other to stay warm. They were just fucking going at it like crazy. Just keep them warm. Like, I kind of think this little insulation thing's kind of dumb, but whatever. It's
they're
not
dead.
like
How warm can they be?
I know, that's what I mean. Like, and they're fucking burying themselves in fucking ice. So that's a little silly, but whatever.
Yes, it depends on how far down you bury yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, you can make like a, you know, not even an igloo. You can dig down and kind of make yourself a little fucking, you know, snow cave and stay warm. So. But that's because we're fucking warm-blooded and, like, I don't know how these zombies work. So.
Well, they work by not being zombies, Mike. That's the first.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Tommy's giving us all the Chekhov's guns of how we're preparing for the eventual attack that's going to happen. That may not happen. I'd love to be wrong, but we have a television show and people to entertain, so
yeah,
shit's gonna happen.
Keep your safeties on. You know, don't be like dumbass fucking Earl who shot himself. Dumbass Earl.
Hey, my name's Earl.
Yeah.
The other good thing about this show, it's very convenient. Nobody has the same name. There's only one Earl. There's only one Joel. Like if there was another motherfucker named Joel,
who was handsome.
Yeah. Well, no, there's Handsome Joel, and then there's Ugly Joel.
Yeah. No, and I mean Ugly Joel.
And then there's G.I. Joel. And those are the three Joels.
Tommy seems like he's in charge. He just seems like does a pretty good job, and everyone seems to want to follow him, I guess, Tommy's or respects him, you know?
Tommy's the Aragorn of the show.
Yeah. So remember, if there's a breach, kiss your fucking ass goodbye. We're all dead. So don't even bother. You know, don't stay on Main Street. We go up. Up where? Just
up to the roofs.
Yeah.
Then up to heaven.
Up on the roof.
Put all the kids in the basement, you know, where they can come up from underneath.
And remember, an infected is not a fun guy.
No! They would have shot him right there.
I'll see you guys. Yeah.
Earl would have killed him.
Right. Let me see. Whole Seth has to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he seemed genuine. He seemed like he was genuinely sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But Ellie, I don't know what to take from Ellie, if she accepted it or if she genuinely just didn't care in the first place.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with her, but yeah, I'd be just like, fuck you.
Like, although she didn't take the sandwiches, so I'm guessing she doesn't really take his apology to heart.
Yeah.
So it's
It's like, I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't even have thought it. But I was thinking about it a lot last night.
I'm actually secretly gay.
Putting your Jackson holes together.
Yeah, but there's some sandwiches. Yeah, they're steak. You guys want to hear my Joe Biden impression? You know, Senator Joe Biden. He sounds like Joe Biden. Like, the way he talks, he kind of does.
Old Sleepy Seth.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about, man? This is a church.
I wonder if Maria made him apologize or if he wanted to apologize himself. Guessing Maria probably had a talking with him.
The old peacekeeper.
Like, dude, what are you worried about gays for? We got fucking infected. See how it didn't say zombies there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Infected.
I appreciate it.
I'm working on it.
And all of the fans of The Last of Us video game also appreciate it, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Infected. Why are you worried about... Yeah. Why would you even worry about that? We need to worry about food. We need to worry about this broken pipe over here.
Well, maybe Ellie and Dina's relationship is why there was a big winter storm and why the infected came to Jackson Hole, Mike. This is God sending his message. Seth tried to warn us.
He even put it on a Sharpie. Used a Sharpie on the map. That's why we call it Jackson Hole. All the holes. You don't put two holes together.
No.
It's not called Jackson Holes. It's Jackson Hole.
Just one hole.
Yeah.
There is no I in hole.
One hole at a time. Mm-hmm.
So Abby's outside, freezing her ass off. And she's about to go inside and like just pussy out of this whole thing. It's like, it's too fucking cold. I am going to go home.
Yep.
And then she just so happens to see two people on horses.
Yeah, she hears that horse.
She's like, I'm going to go check this. I'm going to go check this out by myself. Mm-hmm. This seems like a good idea. One me and two horses and two people on horses. That's 4 against 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a real problem with this that she didn't go back and tell somebody, hey, there's fucking 2 people out here on horseback. It's
well, what we didn't see is all the other Abbeys that she's seeing that are going with her.
Right. Uh-huh.
It's one for each horse. And then the storm's taking over. Meanwhile, like, Jesse is like, oh, I don't think it's going to get bad for a while. I'd keep playing. He totally fucking Caddyshacks the storm.
He does. No big deal.
Which is cutting out the radios because that's how that works.
Mm. And
is that how that works? Aren't there?
I'm sure you could probably have interference from it. I don't
radio?
know. I've never had to use a radio in a snowstorm.
That's
true.
Use
radio in the rain,
but I've listened to radio in a snowstorm.
It's true. I mean, these aren't as powerful as those, though. So,
well, they can't. I mean,
radio towers are way more powerful than what they got.
Well, what I'm saying is, you can get like a 20-mile walkie-talkie.
Yeah, yeah. They say they're 20 miles, but they never work that far.
Okay,
so I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a prepper in that way. So
yeah,
who knows?
Maybe it's all bullshit.
Everything's bullshit. I think this whole story's made up, Mike.
Yeah, because you know what? Which is weird because then we see Tommy having trouble with the radio. He's in town. How would he? There's like that. Now that seems a little weird.
He just gets just as good a signal.
He's probably fucking 500 feet away.
Yeah, but he's higher up, Mike.
The
radio only goes in a straight line. Jesse and Amy happen to be at the same elevation.
Yeah. He's like, radio, come in. Have you seen Jon Snow? I need him up here. I need him up on the wall. And they're like, what? I said, hey, somebody go tell the radio lady to fucking turn it up. I want to hear Freebird loud.
Every time I hear radio interference on a walkie-talkie, this is such a fucking tangent. You remember when we used to live together at the apartment?
Uh-huh.
And there was one night we were watching this movie called like Claude, the Legend of Sasquatch. It's a bizarre ass fucking movie.
I don't really remember that. I kind of vaguely remember it.
It was you, me, and Scott watching it, and we just fucking ripped on this movie the entire time because at one point in time, like this whole thing's about Sasquatch. Like they're like it's like I guess it's kind of a horror movie where Sasquatch is getting people or something. I don't know. I don't even remember it. All I remember is at one point this fucking park ranger is on the radio. And it cuts out. Like, there's interference. It's like, fucking Sasquatch doesn't cause radio interference. What is this movie?
Who knows? We've never caught a Sasquatch. Maybe he has, like, a little antenna inside him.
Every time I hear radio seconds, well, fucking Sasquatch. It's that damn Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. It's funny if you're watching with subtitles, there is no interference on subtitles. You hear everything they're saying, or like it shows every word that they're saying on the subtitles.
Yeah,
which kind of takes away from
if you should make garbled subtitles.
Yes, like really, because
one of the reasons you can kind of make it out is part of it.
Yeah,
and the other thing that's interesting, I heard this or I saw this online, is that most adults watch TV with the subtitles on now because the sound's so fucking muddled and nobody can understand what anybody's saying.
Yeah, because it's not mixed for like most people have shitty sound systems. I wouldn't even say they're shitty sound systems, but like just your kind of basic sound system. You don't have a theater setup and they're kind of mixed for stuff like that. So you're not like everything's going to be too much. I don't know. You're not going to hear the dialogue because of it.
But you'd think they'd mix like for phones and stuff like that. Like, because everybody's like, get the fucking app and watch HBO Max whenever you want. You can watch The Last of Us while you take a shit. It's like, okay, well, we're probably going to mix this for
I don't think they do. Because, I mean, I think it's just still like, Dolby Atmos or whatever. I don't know.
Well, somebody needs to.
I don't know.
Somebody needs to make a show for old people ears.
I watched something that's the reason why, but that doesn't mean it's true.
So Abby's going after the horse people, who we know to be Joel and Dina, and she ends up falling down a hill into a pile of dead people, because that's the Chekhov's gun, the first of many Chekhov's guns in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And she wakes up all of them. They start popping up out of the ground, chasing her. Fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
You don't even need the dark.
So apparently I wasn't listening when Jesse was talking about the frozen zombies and how they're keeping, doing all the insulation and keeping them warm. So like when she fell, I was like, oh, a fucking pile of zombies. I'm like, oh, it's all right. They're all frozen. So no biggie.
Yeah, let it go.
Shit. Never mind. I was wrong.
Well, I think it'd be hilarious. These are all the... At first, it'd be like, these must be all the people Joel has killed and thrown out here.
That'd be awesome.
But then you see they got fucked up faces.
Yeah, you see one of them turn like it's fucking, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So she ends up getting saved by, like you said, we have the crazy chase through the little area, going underneath the chain link fence into the copper mine.
Yeah, that was a good scene, and you got fucking. I really felt like tension, while I was watching that, and then you got the fucking zombies like fucking pushing his hand through the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Then one gets through,
almost gives her smoochies.
Yep, no smoochies.
But she gets saved by Joel and Dina.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if only Dina didn't say his name, they would have been fine too.
Yeah, so before I knew it was going to be Joel, just because earlier they say, oh, Joel's already went out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she's in this position by herself, I'm like, they're probably going to be Joel. So,
yeah.
Yep, it was.
It's like, oh, isn't that convenient? But it has to be, because otherwise nothing would happen in a television show.
Yep, and Dina's like, Joel, hey. And she's like, oh, what?
It must be one of the three Joels.
Is it? No, it's not ugly Joel.
No, he is very handsome.
Yeah.
You actually are pretty handsome. Congratulations.
You give me a weddy. Hey, you know what though? All they got to do is climb up a ladder, and they'll be fine. Zombies can't get them. You just climb a ladder.
Yeah, they can go upstairs. They can't go up ladders.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
And they haven't learned how to stand on each other's shoulders because the giraffes are still alive.
Right. But I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. But they're like, hey, if we stay here, we die. If we go out there, we die. And Abby's like, well, why don't you come meet my friends?
Yeah. Yeah, they got guns. They'll help.
Yeah.
Totally help, man.
Totally trust a bunch of randos with guns that I don't know.
I was like, yeah, good, we'll need them. I will not think twice about this situation.
This is...
I mean, what do you get? Honestly, though, I could see him going along with it just because there's been a lot of refugees coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So he could just be like, oh, this is probably just, a refugee. She doesn't seem like she's a threat. All right. We got bigger problems right now. You know the help I can get. Who knows? Anyway,
it just seems like he's so careful about everything else. You think he'd be a little more picky? It's like, oh, young girl, almost 19, maybe a little older. Time for me to be daddy.
Yeah. Then we get to, Amy and Tommy are trying the radio. No one's answering. So, they're showing the radio. Then we go to Ellie. She finds the bong mask.
Yeah.
And the weed. Yeah. She gonna get high.
I wonder if Joel let Eugene. I think what happened is, now that I'm thinking about it, not what you said earlier, that Joel and Eugene were probably on patrol. And it came up. And Joel let Eugene get infected.
Oh.
And then he killed him. Because everybody's like, I know you had to do it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe Joel led him over by the pile of bodies. He's like, let's go over this way.
Let's go over to the Joel hole.
Yeah. All right. So you're saying Eugene actually got infected?
Joel's like, I don't have to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Eugene probably would have to get infected. Somebody probably would want to see his body. Yeah. Like, Joel, help me. The zombie's getting me. And he just turns his head and lets him get smoochied.
Yeah.
Don't let him smooch me, Joel. That's what
Don't let him kiss me, Joel. Don't watch as he slowly puts his tendrils in my mouth.
I want to kiss Seth.
I'm so high.
Me and Seth are secretly doing it. My wife, Gail, I can't stand her anymore.
All she does is psychoanalyze me. She only likes me for my weed.
Yeah.
Joel, I got so much to live for.
She just smokes weed and drinks wine and whiskey. Mm-hmm.
But they do get, Jesse and Ellie do hear that, Jesus, Joel and Dina haven't checked in. So they
just take
go
off.
Brave the storm.
They're like, look, hey, best option, split up.
Split up, and I'll meet you on the other side.
We got 20 minutes. So I guess that 20 minutes means like before they get too cold?
Yeah, your tauntaun will freeze before you reach the first marker.
That's what, I don't know. I guess I'm taking it from it because I don't know. But they're supposed to have to get to the copper mine.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So that's why I don't remember at the end if there's actually 3 horses that they're bringing back or not. Because like there's going to be a cut scene where like Jesse's actually cut one open and he's on the inside keeping warm until he can.
There was only 2 horses. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Then we see, the dum-dum sees the fungi strings in the pipe. You know, he said, Tommy, check this out.
If only someone could have foreseen this.
Exactly.
If Eugene was here, this never would have happened.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of too late. And so I didn't notice either on my first watch that because I was confused. I don't know how I didn't see it, but I was watching on my phone, but the zombies are running after Joel and crew.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't notice them changing directions because that's what I was wondering. I'm like, man, those horses, because it's like, Joel, we have to go faster. I'm like, he must have went way faster because those zombies aren't anywhere near him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, the fungi strings, and then they change directions.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I'm a dum-dum. I need to pay attention more.
So I guess they were slowly like heading that way anyway.
Hey, you know what? Their fucking radios work. Why don't you just use a fungus radio? How does this thing work? How do they know to change directions, you know?
Mycelium network.
Yep, that's what it is.
Mycelium.
Mm-hmm. Taking a fungus radio. Yep. Mushroom radio. Mush radio.
So yeah, Jackson Hole finds out the infected are coming for the hole.
Yeah, it's a little late by the time that guy fucking, tries to say something about the
Why is he fucking
pipe.
with that pipe right now anyway?
Hey, you still got to work. You still got work to do.
Okay.
I guess they got enough people to, prepare. That's a good fucking thing they prepared too. Imagine if they didn't.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds? That's pretty lucky. They're pretty smart.
They're preparing. They're keeping the watch out, and the storm's coming. So they're like sheltering, and this guy's still working on the fucking pipe.
He's like, hey, I still got work to do.
Listen, Jackson Hole needs its pipe.
That's right. I need to take me a shit. My toilet's fucking been clogged for 2 months.
So
it's piling up. It's piling up more than fucking Joel's hole.
The Joel hole. So we get the big battle here at Jackson Hole, and it's a great battle. It's a great scene. This is so much fun. And they've got all these cans of burning oil, and I get the point of that, but like you think, people don't like being set on fire, and plants don't like being set on fire. Fire is slow. It doesn't get you right away. So this whole thing with like when they get the flamethrowers, it's like that's gonna look cool, but the bullets seem to be better.
I mean, I guess it helps though. I mean, they did have a couple explosions, so that blew some of them apart,
mm-hmm.
and then a bunch of them were on fire, and that's kind of what you do in the video game. So I guess they're kind of going with that. Take a flamethrower to them.
What you need to be doing is taking a flamethrower to those pipes.
That's right. Yeah, man, that's cool. All those zombies are so dumb; they're just fucking running face first into the wall. Mm-hmm. Like, come on.
Well, they can't see.
Yeah, They can't?
No.
They're not clickers.
Oh, right.
Yeah, these are like the crazy ones that fucking run real fast. And then you have the clickers. Then you have what we see soon, the bloater. Which I don't think they ever say in the show yet.
No, I don't think they have.
And that's a video game thing. Then we have the smart zombies now. The stalkers, I believe. I heard someone, that's what they're called in the games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any other type, but yeah. These seem like mostly all the just, I don't know, just really fast ones. That
Super
have like
fast.
Full of rage. Fast.
Full of spores. So yeah, they're getting up the stairs on the buildings and stuff like that. It's like being up high was not a good idea.
But yeah, then we see that bloater. And that fucking bloater. Man, that's a strong ass infected.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe he broke through that wall.
He's swole.
He is swole. He's on TRT and HGH.
Like, who says you can't get
Nephew NGI.
big muscles on a vegan diet?
Yeah. How much protein is there in mushroom?
Well,
any?
Oh, I'm sure there's some. There's some protein in everything. It's probably collagen. Probably collagen and no, collagen comes from bones. Well, fuck does collagen come from? Why don't I know anything? Why do I just randomly say whatever in my head and then sound like a fucking idiot?
But that the big bloater, Maria's shooting at it, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm going after you then. And Tommy's like, no, look at me, over here.
He's like, I can't. And the bloater's like, I can't see. Got no eyes.
Okay, I go after you.
So Tommy, for all his planning and shit like that, apparently doesn't know the layout of his own town.
Yeah, don't be on Main Street. Like you
said. He's running down Main Street. I'm going to go down this way. Oh, fuck, dead end.
I did think that was weird. I'm like, you guys blocked this stuff off? I don't know. Almost seems like that was purposely.
Like, no.
Who blocked that off? I bet it was Seth. That asshole.
So we get our one-on-one between Tommy and the bloater, where Tommy just unloads the flamethrower on him. And it's like, yep, this ain't, doesn't seem as effective. But it gets there. It gets the job done very slowly.
Oh, no, I'm out of gas.
I'm like, there's no way they're going to kill Tommy this soon.
Yeah.
They're not going to kill Tommy and Joel in the same season.
Mm-hmm. I thought someone would save him. I thought Maria would be there by that time. Would start shooting him. But no, it was just enough.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Burn it from the inside out. Right before we got fucked.
Mm-hmm.
No, because Maria's busy with other stuff. Maria's letting the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out? Mm.
Now, do dogs get infected?
They do not, as far as I'm aware. I don't think animals do. Now, they will kill animals, apparently, like for sustenance.
They killed that bear.
Yeah, I think they did it for sustenance. I don't know. Or unless it was clickers and they didn't know it was a human or not, and they just went after it because they were clickers, but I don't know. I don't know how all that works. I just know what I've heard from other people.
Well, apparently what you need is a dog army.
That scene was the only scene that I was like, whoa, wait, hold on. This all looks a little funky. Like the speed of everything was off a little bit, which is still fine. But I was like, that looked funny. Like those dogs look like they were like fucking those 5 times as fast as a normal dog.
Some fast fucking dogs.
I'm like, hey, all right, they don't got dire wolves here, all right? I don't see Ghost anywhere. Yeah.
Well, Ghost would be slower.
Why would he be slower?
He's big, lots of mass. You're slower if you have more mass.
Nah. Long legs.
The bloaters has got long legs.
More muscle. Long legs, more muscle. Way faster.
And see that bloater running after Tommy. It was a slow walk.
No. You think like an average sized dog is not going to be faster than like a little baby dog?
Well, yeah, in that case, like it is a bigger dog faster than a Chihuahua, sure.
I mean, what? Yeah, I'm sure there's a limit. There's a size limit. Where you got bigger. Eventually, you got like slow ass elephant.
I mean, eventually you can get. I mean, yeah, you can be so big that you can't move.
Well, how fast is a giraffe? They got to be pretty fast, right?
I've never seen a giraffe run,
and they're pretty tall.
I've never seen a giraffe run. I'm sure they do, but I've never seen it.
I've seen Eddie Izzard imitate a giraffe running.
Well, okay. I can't believe, like, I'm just thinking about, I've seen giraffes eating. I've seen giraffes standing around. I've seen them casually walking. I've never seen a giraffe run.
And you haven't seen them jump because they can't.
Well, yeah, they fucking hit their head on everything. What's the fucking natural predator of a giraffe? Vampire?
Lions. They can take them down.
Yeah.
It's not very wise. And it's probably not very easy because they can fucking whip that head around.
Yeah.
And they can kick the shit out of them. One kick from a giraffe will fuck you up. And so, it's like they'd have to really be desperate.
Their necks are like those Thai kickboxers that just kick the tree over and over and bang their shins against the tree.
Naksu cow.
Is that what it's called?
White giraffe.
Oh, where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. So then, after that, it's the Joel scene.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, hey, we can help you fight, blah, 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 blah. And like Joel's trying to get a hold of people. And it's like, oh, by the way, we're going to hold you hostage now. Big things are happening, but we are single-minded in our focus of not liking Joel.
She's like, I'm Abby, and this is blah, 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 this is blah, blah, blah. And that's Joel. Like, oh, shit. Then they fucking are going to inject Dina and put her out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that's nicer than, bashing her head in, like Abby said she was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. And in the scene, I was told in the video game, Tommy was actually the one with him. So that's a little change in the story. Not real important, I don't think, but, yeah. It's like, yeah, Joel. And she goes on this whole fucking thing about my dad was the doctor and he didn't care.
Joel gets fed up. I'm like, shut up.
I felt like Joel, like, while she was doing this.
I might have 5 years for that.
Yeah. And he's like, I saved your life. And she's like, what life? Bang! I was like, holy shit. Damn. You shot me. Shot me right in the leg. Why'd you shoot me? And then, I think I'm in a simulation, Tim, You
think so?
Because then she grabs a golf club. I just bought a set of golf clubs.
I know. You were just talking about the Masters. Like, you and Abby, big fans.
I also just saw an Alaska plate, like, 2 days ago.
Okay. But not a Wyoming.
We talked about that. No, not a Wyoming one. So I don't know what's real anymore. Because this is weird.
But yeah, this whole thing... like as soon as he got shot, he's like, fuck. There's other people named Joel.
You sure it was me? Like, when is the last time you say the Fireflies? There was this guy named Eugene. He was a Firefly. I take that back. Bad idea. Bad example. Well, there's this girl, Ellie. She was a kind of a Firefly. Yeah. But he says Seattle. Yeah.
Salt Lake,
that's right. Salt Lake. Yeah. It's like, you killed 19 people. He's like,
seems low. Felt like I killed more than that.
Yeah, that's like...
Did you count Marlene?
Right. I could have let her go. I was like, kill her for fun.
He doesn't do anything to try to defend himself. Like, doesn't try to reason. It's like, yeah, fuck off. Just kill me.
Yeah.
Which I guess that makes sense.
Shut the fuck up and do it already. I felt the same way.
Because he can't really defend himself about it because the whole thing, I guess, is from his standpoint would be any defense would lead them to Ellie again.
Yeah, which at the end of this seems weird. Like the opening scene of the first episode, they're talking about it or almost started talking about it, but they wouldn't let that fucking poor dude in on it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, because they're about to say, oh, she's immune. He's going to be like, what? Huh? What? Like, shut the fuck up. You can't know about that. But, so somebody knows that there was a girl there that was immune. Wouldn't they know that he took her?
Yeah. I mean, you think they'd really put the pieces together by the end of this episode.
Yeah. And so it's weird that they just leave Ellie and Dina. Like, you don't think any of these fucking people are going to come after you now? Like, you just killed one of their guys.
Yeah. Well, I guess they think like, hey, we did what we're going to do. We're going to go off into the snow. And
because I can understand none of them realizing Ellie was the girl because it's pretty likely that nobody there ever even saw Ellie.
I mean, yeah, they could have just as easily assumed it was Dina.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird that they just left him.
Well, the agreement was they were only going to kill Joel.
Well, it's pretty fucking stupid because now the same thing's going to happen to them that happened to Joel.
And then cause internal bleeding to Ellie. So.
Instead of a 9-iron, Ellie is going to use a driver.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. A putter. Yeah. A Scotty Cameron putter. Mm-hmm.
If you just didn't kill him slow, then you could have just gotten out of there. Now people have seen your face.
Yeah, true. Mm-hmm. I wonder if all that their crew's going to stay with them. Stay with Abby.
Like, did she have her gun with her the whole time? She should have just shot him in the back while she was on the horse.
No, she didn't have her gun. She lost her gun, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so she was unarmed. So, yeah. She's just bashing the shit out of him. You know? At first, she fucking takes that club and starts whacking his fucking wound where she shot him.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just bashing him with her fist. Just, man, I felt this. It was nasty.
That's exhausting.
Yeah. Especially from the shit I've seen on the internet. I was like, God, he's definitely dead. Like, he's not all there. Even if she didn't stab him in the neck, like,
it's the Joel show.
He's fucking fine. Dead. That's brain damage.
Yeah. Gail's gonna be pissed, man. He still owes her some weed. And
yeah. Now who's she gonna counsel?
I don't know. Ellie.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, they gotta do more. I mean, that's a big casting for Gail. Catherine O'Hara.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they gotta have her do something else.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like,
waste her on the first episode.
So, like, there were 2 episodes last season that were like, the one was with Ellie and her like kind of girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot her name.
I don't remember either off the top of my head.
Man, I said it last episode. Anyway, and then there was like Bill and Ellie and Riley, and then there was another one with Bill and Frank. So maybe there'll be a Eugene and Gail episode.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there almost has to be, right?
Yeah. And then it'll end with fucking how Eugene gets killed.
Yeah. With Joel letting him get bit by getting smoochied.
Yeah.
Shooting him in the head.
Yes.
And then we see Ellie crawl over to, because she tries to get the drop on him and she does not do a good job.
No, I know Ellie sucks. I put that on my notes. I'm like, man, Ellie sucks. Like, first the smart zombie and now this. Gosh, she's definitely going to need fucking Gail's help.
Got to check the doors. You should have just shot from there. Don't try to step further. She got kicked in the ribs. She cut the fuck out of that one guy though.
Yeah, and that guy that kicked her, he's definitely fucking going to get it bad.
Yeah, that's going to be that'll probably be our season finale death.
Yeah.
That's
kick me in my fucking stomach.
So the Arya Stark list.
Yeah. My biggest complaint about this episode, well, it's not really just this episode. It's fucking TV shows now. Can we please stop fucking starting and ending shows with a damn song? Shit pisses me off so bad.
Why?
I hate it. It's fucking dumb. It's not necessary. Like, why do I need that fucking song in there? Like, it could have just been fucking silent and it would have been better.
Well, the song is from The Last of Us.
I know. And it's the girl that it's Ellie's mom, who is also the
Ashley
voice
Johnson,
for Ellie.
Yeah, the voice for Ellie
in the video game. I hate it. I hate every second of it.
Oh.
And it's like an acoustic. I don't know. I hated it. Like, that could have been the credit song. That'd been great. That's fine. But like, TV shows do this all the time now, where they start with a stupid little montage opening with music and they end with fucking musical montage. Like, this is dumb. This is hack bullshit. All right.
When did we start this? Is this something that started with The Walking Dead?
I think it's been going on longer than that, but I mean, maybe it got real popular because of that show. Because actually, that's probably where I
actually, you know what? I think I remember that shit from Buffy. I think Buffy did that stuff too.
That's what I'm saying. This seems like a fucking, just a channel fucking 11 TV show, which I don't know. I probably shouldn't channel 11, but like, I don't know, an ABC
CW. We're talking about
yeah,
CW stuff
thank
right
you.
now.
Like a CW show. This is not that. This is better than that. And I think these people should be better than that. But it'll never change. It's going to be like this for quite a while.
It won't, because they want people to buy the songs too.
Yes, that's exactly why. And it makes me mad. Because it kind of takes away from, like, I don't know, the artistic creativity of stuff. And it's just like, well, don't forget, we got to add in that song at the beginning and end. Like, to be an editor and have to do that all the time, like, it would just drive me insane.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
It definitely doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you, but yeah, it's definitely a thing.
I know it's not a big deal to most people. I'm weird.
And I like the way The Boys does it, because The Boys just like it's the ending credits. Like, as soon as that music hits, that's the credits.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna download that now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to legally acquire that song now.
You can just stream it anytime you want. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, we don't even have to buy music anymore.
We don't have to buy anything.
That's right.
Just have to buy services, subscription services.
Just
never own anything.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Never have a collection.
Never own a house. Just rent it. They're going to make cars that way too eventually.
Yep. Oh, you want airbags? It's going to be the pro plan on your car.
Yeah. If you don't pay the monthly rent, the subscription for airbags, we're going to turn them off.
Man, this fucking world.
This world. Hey, at least it doesn't have infected, in this real world. So that's kind of cool.
No, we ignore the infected. We pretend the infected don't happen. Meanwhile, everybody gets infected.
We did have infected. Yeah, not like this.
Give RFK a little more time.
Yep.
We'll all be infected with something.
Yeah, we'll have measles again. This will be fun.
Get something from fucking nobody checking the milk to see if the milk's okay.
A bird flu, goes airborne. And then, half the population dies.
There probably will be a fungus. Like, because of climate change, it, like, wakes up something that nobody's used to, like, north of a certain climate zone, and just starts decimating everyone.
Yeah. Shit, it could just be from bacteria. All the stuff I've seen on, like, just bacteria and how our antibiotics are not really working as good on stuff like that. People die from easy infections.
Yeah. That's a cheery note to end on. Enjoy your free content, fuckers.
Yeah. Man, this will be interesting, though. Like, at the end, I was excited. Like, it was really, like, the episode was really good. I was sad that Joel died, but I was also excited that he died.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's episode 2 and Joel's dead. And I didn't even think that was possible. I thought this whole story was going to be Joel and Ellie the whole time, every season. And it's not. This is great. So, and he better not come back. He better be dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, there better not be some zombie cure, infected cure.
Well, he's
so close.
We're not curing death yet.
I don't know, man.
Like, Ellie's like, I'm immune to being dead too, so we just give him some of my blood.
This is still how I feel.
It's called a vampire, Ellie.
It just shows how I feel about, like, I really, really didn't think Joel was going to die. So I'm still shocked by it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really curious, like, what characters are going to be more involved and more they're going to follow with. I mean, obviously, they're probably, Abby's going to be more involved. We're going to see more of her. Shit, in the video game, that's how that second video game starts, apparently, is you are Abby.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know anything about her. You don't know that her dad was the doctor that Joel killed and stuff. And then, like, they, meet up and stuff. Joel saves him or whatever, and then that scene, like, happens. And apparently it's, like, a little more brutal or something.
So he fucking dies right at the beginning of the game?
Yes.
Holy
That's
smokes.
what I was saying. Or I was trying to say, like, people who played that video game, bought it, were all excited. Like, yeah, Joel and Ellie again. Joel dies right away. And people were pissed off about it and still pissed about it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's all I know. I don't know anything from then on.
Did you see the preview for the next episode?
I have not. So
Okay.
I haven't seen previews for the next episode. I also haven't watched any trailers at all because trailers are bullshit and they show way too much.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
I'm going to go without it.
Cool.
Yeah. So interesting.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to next episode. I hope It's not a flashback episode, but I think that it could still be pretty good. Especially because now that I'm expecting it, if it does happen, it does happen.
I don't think next episode. I think you're right though. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that we're going to see a Eugene and Gale episode.
Yeah, because we're definitely going to get more Joel this season. Just previously alive Joel.
Yeah, because we still got to see something. Because she has to find out, right? She has to find out what Joel did.
Who has to find out?
Ellie.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think she already knows. I think that's why she's an asshole to Joel, because she knows what he did and that he lied to her.
So we have to see like flashbacks of what happened in the 5-year time before the season kicks up to know what caused that riff.
Yeah.
And that's probably what we're going to...
Well, it would be within the last year in the show. That's when Eugene died. Sometime within the last year. Only because Gail says this is our first time on her birthday without Eugene.
Okay.
So it happened within the last year of the show.
The last of year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything else in my notes.
I don't either.
All right. Well, until next time, I'm Tim.
And I'm Mike.
And now our watch is ended. Don't leave your golf clubs out. Don't get hit in the dick with a golf club.
Don't get your mushroom tip bit off.
For Jackson Hole.
Jackson Hole in One.
That's the title of this episode. All right. Until next time.
Bye.